Okay, YouTubers, well, just like I promised, I was going to tell you about my second secret mod. As I mentioned earlier, I've been doing a lot of mods to the car, and two of those mods I kept secret, and I've been revealing them one at a time. And the first mod you've probably already seen was the new exhaust. If you haven't seen that video, check them out. So today I'm talking about my second secret mod, which I decided was going to be red seat belts. Red seat belts. These are the original Mopar red seat belts. And I replaced all of them, 2 in the front and all 3 in the back. Red seat belts. And I think they look really cool. I've always loved these red seat belts. Was disappointed that I couldn't get them, from the factory this way, unless you get the Hellcat. And I've just always admired them. And these are there's this original equipment. They're Mopar parts. You can buy these at Speed Logics. They're not cheap. You don't have to replace them all. You can just get 2. The whole set's about 700 bucks. And it cost me about $225 to put them in at a local interior shop. Not too bad. It's about what I've heard other people say they've paid for similar work. I'll take a look at it one more time. So there are videos online that show you how to change these out. It's not too hard, but it's not trivial either. I decided to have it done since I found someone who would do it for about 200 bucks, 225 to be exact. It requires taking out the entire rear seat and also the rear panels on either side. But of course the rear seat kind of pops out, but the rear panels and everything can be somewhat difficult to remove and put back into place without breaking anything. And if you're nervous about that, you also have to be careful with the airbags and all that stuff. It's also very difficult to undo the bolts that hold the seat belts in. The factory does use Loctite to lock them down, and so you have to get like a breaker bar or something to break them loose. Before you try to really remove them by hand or with a air gun or something. So you have to be careful there. And if you have the 9 speakers stereo system, you got to be careful with the speakers that are also in those panels. You don't want to break those or damage the wiring. So, but yeah, they are pretty cool. Red seat belts. It's one of those options I wanted on this car, but I wasn't able to get because typically it's only available on the Hellcats. And that was kind of my objective. I wanted the shaker car. I love the shaker car. I love the 392. Didn't want to spend the money on a Hellcat, but I loved the Hellcat wheels. And I loved the red seat belts. And so this was a way for me to sort of, get every option I wanted on the same car that you couldn't get from the factory. So I think they're cool. Red seat belts. If you have any questions or comments, let me know. This is my second secret mod. So I'm not really doing any more mods to the car right now. I think I've done enough. And I think I've got the car pretty much where I want it now. With the Hearst shifter, the red seat belts, the Hellcat wheels, the Corsa exhaust, ceramic coating, got the red start button, because that's another thing that you can't get on the 392s, but that's also a factory part. One thing I do is when I modify my car, I always try to use factory parts whenever I can. It gives it that factory original look. And a lot of people always ask me, even at the dealers, they'll say, you know, where did you get this car? Did the dealer, you know, put together some kind of special package for you? What is this? You know, they always think that I bought it this way because it uses original parts. And of course that gives the car a really nice finish, a really professional look, as opposed to some of the aftermarket stuff, which is obviously very cheap, unfortunately. So, and I did the same thing with my Charger. If you look back at my previous videos, did the same thing with my 2013 Charger RT, and it turned out pretty well. Very happy with that car. I traded it in on this one, but to get the price down and everything, but I kind of wish I still had that car too, because it's nice to have a four-door sometimes, and that car was in just wonderful shape, and it would have lasted me forever. I had everything on it that you could want for an old Charger like that, and I love that body style too. Anyway, enough rambling. Comment, like, or subscribe. Let me know what else you'd like to see on my channel. Red seat belts, red Mopar seat belts. You can add them on your car if you don't have them, and it doesn't matter whether you're a 392 Shaker or SXT. You can have these seat belts put in your car. Do it yourself, or have someone do it for you in an interior shop. Shouldn't be too much trouble. I would get the original Mopar parts though. I know there's companies out there that make seat belts. I can't attest to how good those are. And I know the Mopar seat belts are a little more expensive, but they're plug and play, and I don't know. I just always like to use original parts if I can. Speedlogics will probably have the best price. You can buy them at buy any of this stuff at your local Mopar parts counter, but unless you know somebody, or unless they're really good people, you know, they're going to charge you full price or pretty close to it. And Speedlogics is usually much cheaper than that. All right. Thanks a lot, guys. Stay tuned. Let me know what else you'd like to see, hear, or read about. And don't forget, I've got other Mopars. I got a 75 Fury Sport. I got a 78 D100 pickup. And I got stuff going on with those as well. But I'm trying to catch up here on my Challenger, because I went quite a long time without posting any updates about it, and I had some requests. So here they are. Thank you guys very much.